My name is Allegra, and I'm a housewife. My husband Ryan works in a different city. He only talks to me once a week, and it frustrates me. I understand that he's busy with work, but still it's too little. Is it like that for other families? Ryan is a regular office worker, so I'm sure he carries his phone with him at all times. I don't know if he's exhausted from work, or if I'm simply being ignored. I wouldn't mind it if he came more often, but he hasn't been home in 6 months, and I have no idea when he would be coming home next. I don't know when I'll see him again, and I haven't heard from him, which only makes me more anxious. I don't know if he's doing well, and I am worried about him all the time. I was sad to hear he had to move away for his job, but I wanted to support his career. At first I thought about going with him, but Ryan told me, "I need you to stay here, Allegra. I'll be swamped with work, so it would be better for me to be alone. I'll try to come back regularly, so you can go back to living with your parents." So I did as Ryan asked. Ryan has a harsh way with words, but I've gotten used to it. Looking back, I realized that it may have been a cold remark, but it would have been better for me if I had said what I wanted clearly. It would have been better than Ryan acting so coldly towards me. When Ryan gets busy at work, his attitude becomes even colder than usual due to stress. I thought I may cause him more stress if I went with him, so I decided to wait for him here. However, I wasn't expecting to hear so little from him. He told me that he would come home regularly, but he has not kept his word. I don't regret sending off Ryan, but I do feel neglected and lonely. I've only been thinking about Ryan's feelings and hiding my own feelings from him. From now on, I'll try to be honest and tell him how I feel. A few days later, I texted Ryan. "I know you're probably busy with work. I'd appreciate it if you could contact me just once a day. At the very least, I'd like to know if you're doing well. I'm worried if you don't talk to me at all. I feel like I'm being belittled and I miss you." I sent this text. I feel a little better now that I told him honestly. Ryan's reply was something I never expected. "If you know it's work, don't rush me like that. I'm at work every day and it's rough. If you're stressed out from waiting for a reply, then don't contact me anymore. I'll only contact you when I need you." Ryan's cold response shattered my delicate heart. I thought it was wrong to tell him not to contact me just because he's having a hard time at work. I was getting more and more angry at Ryan. I thought it would be foolish to spend any more time grieving. I don't like the idea of doing what Ryan tells me to do, but it is better than thinking about him too much and being in pain. I've been thinking about it over and over, and I feel like he's been treating me too harshly. It's hard, but I've decided to leave it alone for a while. Now I have no choice but to try not to care. I thought there was no way to alleviate this frustration. After observing the situation for a while and trying desperately to understand Ryan, I received a call from someone, but it wasn't Ryan. It was Tony, Ryan's colleague. I had met him several times at company parties, which were open to family members as well. Tony contacted me out of the blue and said, "Have you seen Ryan lately?" I told him that not only have I not seen him, but I haven't even heard from him. "Then you might want to keep an eye on Ryan's behavior," is what Tony said to me. I had no idea what he meant. I asked him why he thought that. Actually, I went to Ryan's assignment for work. Ryan was off work that day. I thought it was strange that he would take the day off on a weekday. I saw him walking with a woman near the office. I thought maybe you were there, but the vibe was different, so I thought it was weird. I knew it was someone else. That's what she said. He said he was busy, but he was taking the day off and with a woman. I was so surprised that I doubted Tony's words. I checked to make sure it was really him. I got pretty close to him, and I'm sure it was him. But I didn't talk to him because he was being so intimate with the woman. I felt like I saw something I shouldn't have. I wasn't sure if I should call you, but I thought I should let you know. Tony said that and apologized for some reason, even when Tony didn't do anything wrong. I did not check with Ryan, so I don't know if that's really the truth. Anyway, I was puzzled by the situation that I had to suspect Ryan. I was trying to reduce my stress by not keeping in touch with him, but after hearing this, I can't just let it go like this. I decided to storm into his office without telling Ryan. It is possible that the woman is just a business associate, but I'm also concerned about the level of intimacy. I can't allow him to pretend to be busy at work and then behind my back take time off to spend time with another woman. I need to get some clarity here. I myself will be crushed by anxiety. Honestly, I hope Tony is wrong about all of this. If he isn't, I think I will decide to get a divorce. I really don't understand what goes on in the mind of a cheater. No matter how much I love them, I am rapidly growing tired of them. This has happened to me in the past. I lost all affection for the man I was dating at the time. Divorce is not an easy thing to do. I'm not going to waste my time when I've been betrayed. Besides, I'm not going to waste my time worrying about him like this. If he had cheated on me behind my back, there is no way I could forgive him. I just hope that I am still mistaken. If he is really cheating on me, I'm going to take appropriate action. I'm going to take the divorce papers with me. I then stormed over to Ryan's place with the divorce papers. I went to Ryan's temporary housing, and coincidentally, Ryan was back from work. However, something unexpected happened. A woman I didn't know came out of Ryan's front door. "Yes, who is it?" She asked me that. To this woman I said, "His wife." The woman's face became a little frightened. "Your wife is here," she says as she left the door. Then, when there was no sign of her coming back, I took the liberty of entering the house. I opened the living room door, was again confronted with an astonishing sight. The woman and Ryan were arm in arm talking happily. The proof that they were having an affair was right in front of my eyes. I tried to calm my anger as much as possible, waved my hands at Ryan and smiled. "I'm here." So what's this?" I asked him. Ryan didn't seem to be in any hurry. "What the hell? I didn't know you were coming." That's how he put it. "Because we don't talk. You said you were too busy with work. I came to see you so we could talk all the time." When I said that, Ryan said, "But you should have at least called me before you came." He didn't seem to be bothered and kept messing with the woman the whole time. I was so uncomfortable that I didn't even want to talk to him. "I've come all this way, but it looks like you're in the middle of something. I'm in your way, so I'm going to leave now. But first, would you sign the divorce papers?" With that, I handed Ryan the divorce papers that I had brought with me. Then, for the first time, my husband made an excuse. "This woman is like a secretary to me. You know it's part of my job to build trust, don't you? So I don't know what you're getting at. I don't have any intention to divorce you." That being said, I told him that I had been contacted by a coworker without mentioning Tony's name. "It's not just work between us, is it? You went out of your way to get paid to spend time together, right? I'm not going to listen to your excuses, so let's just get divorced." When I said that, Ryan said, "What, someone told you?" "Okay, I admit it, but I was stressed out, so I just made a woman over here to play with." "That's enough. Just forgive me." I was rapidly growing tired of Ryan's attitude. I was actually thinking of just getting a divorce and calling it a day. But when he reopened the matter like this, my anger naturally increased, and I was determined to get back at him. "Anyway, we're getting divorced. Why don't you have as many mistresses as you want?" After saying this, I pushed the divorce papers at him even harder. "I'd be happy to fill it out for you if you insist. You're not going to submit it anyway, are you? You love me, right, Allegra? Are you sure you really want me to fill it out? If you do that, it's just going to hurt you even more." After he looked down and laughed at me, I truly despised him for the first time. It was the moment I realized that we could no longer be a couple. When I stubbornly refused to change my opinion, Ryan really did fill out the divorce papers. "Look, I filled it out. But I know you can't submit them. Maybe you were shocked to see this scene, but you know that all husbands are like this when they're working in a different city, right?"
Every wife in the world pretends they don't see it. And yet you, no. You're not a good wife if you can't accept your husband's time to relax. In the face of Ryan's selfish quibbling, I was dismayed, and I grabbed the divorce papers and assured him, I'll file these divorce papers on my way home. Also, I'm going to charge you alimony, and to the lady there, of course, and I'm going to report you to your company. Ryan probably panicked hearing this, and suddenly he became angry. I'm not giving you any money. I'm not going to pay you alimony, and I'm not going to give you a share of the property. And if you report me to the company, I'll make sure I get even with you. He threatened me with these words, but I didn't give in. I'm not going to change my mind about what I'm going to do, even if you're intimidating me like that. Why don't you regret making fun of me at best? Goodbye. With that, I quickly walked out of the house. Ryan did not come after me. I really intend to charge him alimony and contact the company. I can't stand being treated like a fool like this. If I'm getting a divorce, I really want to fight back against that man. I left Ryan behind and went back to my parents' house. I successfully filed for divorce and hired a lawyer to file for alimony. It seems that Ryan was notified as well, and I received a message like this. You really divorced me and notified the company. I got a call from my manager today, and when I went back there, I was suddenly told that I'd be demoted. I'm going to be transferred to a different department next month. When I asked him why, he said I should already know. They said they won't give a big job to someone they don't trust. When I read this, I couldn't help but laugh at the consequences of Ryan's actions. As I ignored him, Ryan continued to contact me. If I get demoted, I won't even be able to pay you alimony. I'll be sent to a department I've never heard of, and I won't be able to move up in the company. I should have apologized to you back then, if I knew this was going to happen. So let me apologize now. I'm so sorry. Please call the company again. Tell them it was a lie. He apologized to me desperately like this. But it's too late to say anything now, and I have no intention of forgiving him at all. But I just wanted to say one thing. I don't need such a light apology now. No matter where you get transferred to, I'll make sure you pay my fee. That's how you take responsibility for what you did to me. If you want to apologize, that's how you do it. Ryan seemed to realize for the first time that I wasn't still in love with him. This made him really panic. I didn't think you'd actually submit the divorce papers. I really regret that it turned out like this. If I could go back, I would do anything, and of course, I'll never cheat on you again. Please, I'm sorry I disrespected you. Just give me one more chance. Ryan was more desperate than I've ever seen him, but I said no once and for all. I feel sorry for him if I get his hopes up, so I'm going to make this very clear. You know, I'm the kind of person who won't tolerate cheating. You'll never get another chance. If you want to get ahead, why don't you start from scratch and earn my trust again? It won't be easy though. That's how I responded. Ryan kept calling, but I had nothing more to say to him, so I ignored all of them. Eventually, he came to my parents' house and got down on his knees in front of the house. I am so sorry. I will never betray you again. Please call the company and start over with me. That's what he said to me. I was very surprised, but I did not let my feelings get the better of me. I was just annoyed that he would do such a thing in front of my parents' house. I asked my father to send him away. If you stay, I'll call the police, my father yelled at him, and Ryan left with a disappointed look on his face. I didn't feel sorry for him. In fact, I felt great comfort in seeing him suffering. I didn't feel sorry for Ryan because he didn't seem to feel any remorse for what he had done. I don't have any sympathy for him. I'm glad I don't have to waste my time on a man like him anymore. I'm relieved that I was able to get a divorce, so the payback was successful. All I have to do now is wait for the alimony from Ryan and his girlfriend. Ryan will regret his actions and live in humiliation after this.